Alright, hello, welcome back everyone, welcome back. Let's go ahead and continue our study of Python. Last time we looked at working with matrices and how Python treats matrix versus a data frame. So today we're going to continue our study of Python and go with general purpose Python. Continue creating like a program that's perhaps not focused on data science, but compatible with just general purpose programming. And I do want you to follow along. So what I need you all to do is, since I don't know if you have installed Python on your own computers, or if you may be watching on a mobile device like iPad or tablet, you may not be able to run code. So what I did was that I found a very nifty site, very creative. Um, so let's look up online Python. Here you see I've used it before. Click it. It should be on online-python.com. Uh, Here we go. This one. Oh, I zoomed too much. I zoomed out too much. All right. Here, and I'm gonna go to try new IDE. There we go. So this is what the original one is, the one I prefer, mainly because I'm able to set it to split the code on top and run the terminal at the bottom. So remember, the terminal is where where the program gets output. So the first thing we're going to review is print. So this is where we tell Python we want to print something. So we're going to say print hello world. This is my first Python program. When you run it, you see, here it goes. Alright, now what we're going to do next is I'm going to show you how to get input from the user, from the terminal. So we're going to say input and say, hello user, please enter your age as a whole number. And then slash n, so that it could go to a new line for them to enter their name. So when we run it, we'll see at the terminal, see it's asking for them, hello user. So I'm going to put my age, I am 45. When I press enter, now, well, since we didn't tell Python to do anything with it, that number has been stored. So let's call it user age equals input. Now we're gonna say print slash new line. We're gonna say you entered that you were user age years old. Okay. So now when we run, the code should run the first line, which is user age. We can see here, hello user, please enter your age, 45. And once I press enter, it should run to line 3, which is you entered that you were, and then 45, it should say 45. Bam. Okay, just like that. And if you see here that the spacing is a bit uneven, maybe get rid of this space right here. Run it again. I'll put my age again. There it goes. So Python, when it prints out text and then a variable, it will put a space in between. Okay. So now that we know that, let's go ahead and do an if loop. So we're gonna say uh, we're gonna take the age. So we're gonna go with age equals input. We're gonna get age from the user. So please enter your age in years. Okay. Now we're gonna say if age is less than, let's call it 30. Let me just double check that I'm doing the proper formatting. So if in Python, because I confuse it with my if statements in R Python. Oh, okay, we don't need the parentheses. If age is greater than, let's say 40, colon or semicolon? Colon. Then we're gonna say print. Let's say, dang bro, you are an onk. We're gonna say else. Print. You ain't that old yet. Now do we need the else with the colon? Yes, we do. Okay. So now here, we're having a program that we're gonna ask the user inputs, and then the computer is gonna compare it to 40. And then if the age is greater than 40, it's gonna say, dang bro, you are an unk. If not, then it's gonna say, oh, you ain't that old yet. There we go. So let's go ahead and run it. Oh, see what happens if we don't put the slash n? It asks for the years right there. So let's go ahead and stop it and slash n. So that could be on the new line. There we go. So I'm gonna put 45. Now 45 is bigger than 40, so it should tell me that I am an unk. So if we check, if we press enter, string or int. Oh, Alright, so this is a good thing I forgot to mention. By having just input, Python is taking everything we type as a string character, so text basically. However, in order to do a comparison, Python needs numbers. So we're going to say float to make sure this is a floating point, so a number with potentially decimals, and it should work now. So 45, enter. Oh, look at that. I forgot to put the /n and /n on the other one. 45. And here, oh, we're gonna go /n. We're gonna put a new line, and we're gonna just type 676767. So we just need to put a number that's less than 40. So let's go with 35. Enter. There it goes. Now we can just go ahead and put some space bar, some space, exclamation point to make it more tailored toward the use. I'll say 25. There we go. Alright, so why do we need to have float and just text? Because we can write a program that says, uh, we'll continue this, and then we'll just continue the program. We'll call it name, say input, hello, please enter your name, /n. Okay, so let's try again. So now our program should ask our age, and then give out one of those two outputs, and then ask our name. So let's go with 45. Oh, I forgot to do the /n. So I'll call it Happy Python. And now, as we can see, there's nothing here, but it is saved. So let's go ahead and go print name. So I'm gonna say based on your input, you are age years old, and your name is, then we're gonna go name here. So 45. Yes, I'm an unk. So I'll call it Happy Python. Oh, notice how every time I forget to write the /n, it prints it right after. So let's try again. 45. We'll call it Python boy. Python boy. And you see how the age is now a decimal? Now, to show you the types of input in Python, we can have integer, float, boolean. So let's change our age to, instead of decimal, let's call it integer. And that should get rid of the decimal. Did I? Int. Whoops. Int, not integer. Okay. So 45. A Python bro. See? Now for some programs that you will make, you will want an integer, a whole number. And for some of them, you will want a decimal. Depends on the context. So imagine you're trying to get a program that calculates tax. Well, you need to know decimals. If you want to get the age of someone, like the difference of age between two people, maybe the decimal doesn't matter. You know, me, I'm 45, and I say, oh, one of my learners is 25. Like, how much older are you than one of your learners? Well, it probably wouldn't really matter if I say I'm 20 years older, or I'm 20 and a half years older, or I'm 19 and a half years older. Only thing that might matter in that case is the actual whole number. So that all depends on your judgment and how you see the importance of decimals for your programs. So let's go ahead and write a more interesting program. So we have if else. Let's go ahead and get uh, input. Let's get input. So we'll call it age, and we'll call it user age 1, int input. Please enter your age in years. And then we'll call the next one user age 2 equals int input. Please enter the age of your learning partner in years. And then we're going to call that age difference, age diff equals user age 1 minus user age 2. Then we'll have a print according to my calculations. User 1 is, oh, age diff years older than user 2. Okay, so let's run it. Oh, let's not forget our slash ends, or else it all try to squeeze it all right next to each other. And let's just give it some nice formatting. Make it easier to read the lines. Please enter your age in years, 45, slash n. Notice how it asks for the right there, right next to it. So it looks like if the numbers are right next to it. Slash n. Let's try that again. 45. Let's say my learning partner, uh, suppose I'm teaching my friend a program and he brought he brought me some tacos. Ooh, them tacos were tasty. So that's payment. And let's say that he was 28. Alright. And I press enter. And look, Python, according to my calculations, user 1 is 17 years older than user 2. So that means I am 17 years older than my friend. Friendships like this do tend to happen once you go out, once you leave high school and you go into the workforce. High school or school in general. Because you're not really focused around the workplace is no longer trying to keep people around the same age together. They just need workers, regardless of age, to get the work done. Which is why in, let's say, restaurants, in some restaurants, you can see that a manager would be late 20s, early 30s, and one of the cooks will be maybe 50s, late 40s, early 50s. That doesn't mean that the worker is any dumber than the manager. It's just that the the worker's cooking skills are more needed in the kitchen than managing the restaurant. Perhaps they did offer that worker a promotion and the worker declined because they didn't want to take on the extra responsibilities of being a manager. That's we cannot know. So let's call it here. Now let me just double check that I'm not going over my time. Because as you know, YouTube prefers big YouTubers to allow longer sessions. And I am running up on 25 minutes. So this is where I will end. Feel free to practice the stuff we did here today. Try to create your own scenarios. And next time, we'll focus on something called nested if Python. Here, a nested if. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. And remember, I'm not claiming to be a programmer. I just use Python to help me solve my problems at school. So that's why I will make mistakes like you saw me today with the if. It says if x is greater than 5. I used the parentheses because I think it was Java when I was taking Java. You need the parentheses. It's just a lot of formatting differences. So that's why I chose to not become a programmer, just to avoid the programming differences. Little did I know that here I am at 45 years old trying to get a master's degree in data science, and I'm having a program in Python again. Have a wonderful day, everyone. I hope that was helpful, and have a wonderful day. Stay happy.